Thank you so much for joining us. Greetings, Lutan Fyah.
Blessed love, enough respect, enough respect.
Rastafari, bless. We are so happy to have you with us.
Yeah, man, same, man. It's a privilege, man. Thank you for having Lutan Fyah today.
Lutan, let me tell you something. We are super grateful from Season Circle because you when our show was brand new, you sent us a whole lot of drops, and they gave us so much fire to keep going, and it just gave us that energy that we needed. And Kenya loves Lutan Fyah. You know that. You have been to Kenya, so you know.
I bought this shirt in Nairobi. Okay.
Oh yeah, man. Respect. So you got Nairobi with you.
Oh, never leave.
Blessed love, man. And we've got a couple of questions that we would like to ask you. Welcome to Season Circle. This is the Conscious Show right here on Vibes Radio. We play enough of your tunes. We're big fans of you, and of course we've got a couple of questions that we want to talk to you tonight about. Musical Sheriff is going to start off.
Yo, Lutan.
Musical Sheriff.
Blessed love, how are you?
Yes, man, good, man. It's a beautiful day in Jamaica today,
Remember the last time I met you with Ras Makonnen in Kenya?
Yes, that was in France.
No, Ras Makonnen was in Nairobi. Last time when you were in Nairobi.
Okay, we call him Sambo.
Yeah, Sambo, yes. Yes, Sambo. Yes, but we still call him Ras Makonnen right here.
See?
All right, so I have the first question. You see, we've seen a lot of music you've been releasing over the past few months, and of course there's been a lot of tunes coming out. First of all, congratulations for that. You put in a lot of work on that. So I wanted to ask you, what is the motivation for you right now? Because we are living in difficult times right now, and you're always producing. There's so many artists are not able to produce or go to the studio, or maybe just afraid that there gonna be some contamination for maybe like COVID-19. What is your motivation?
Well, for me, music is my life. Give thanks, enough respect, Nairobi. Thanks for having Lutan Fyah today on Vibes Radio, and blessed for all those who are tuning in right now, Yes, Lutan Fyah, my motivation. I'm a musician. Music is my life. And then if you see how the world moving rapidly today, I have to keep my movement rapid also. Yeah, I come from a cultural background, and the background that I am from, we are seeing things kind of changing today in the world. Like it is going the way that we don't really like. And yes, for me, as a Rastafari, I have to sing because I learn a lot from life, and what I learn, I want to impart through music because that's the platform I have. I could write a book, but maybe a lot of people who get it won't get it because some of us are not book readers,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
True.
So we just we put what we learn, what we gain from learning in a small melody and sing it.
I love it, Lutan. All right, and I also got a question, with the industry taking a hit in terms of like performances, events, everything mash up, right? So we're not doing our usual thing. We're not out there connecting with the fans, or with the people. And so what have you been doing, to keep busy during this time? We've seen you putting in a lot of work in the studio, but what else, are you doing during this difficult time,
Well, most of my days since the COVID-19 is just like chill in the studio, virgin and assisting, reasoning. I'm going to find time. I'm going to play a little football, because that's
keep
the time
fit.
we have today. Yeah, we have to keep fit, So rise early in the morning, stretch out, get to 2 pieces of iron and pump it when we have the time,
Yeah,
and
man.
To the studio, like most of the time, it's just music. It's like them lock down the world, so we don't get the space to move around, but I got the studio to move around,
We see that we see the work. We totally believe you when you say that you spend a lot of time in the studio, because every time when you're doing research, let's see if Lutan Fyah have a new tune, it come up 4 new tunes. And we always like, yeah man, we love it. And another question too.
Yes, Lutan, almost every artist got a herb song. All right.
Say that again.
Almost every artist got a marijuana song, like a herb song.
Okay.
But you see,
Jamaica,
yes,
a part of Jamaica culture, the world see as a marijuana
yes,
piece, like Jamaican artists sing about marijuana a lot. It was a time when we were beaten and got to jail for even just a small split.
yes,
And we rebel against the system through the music. That
yes,
we're being presumptuous, telling them that we're gonna smoke our chalice.
yes.
We're gonna light our spliff in front of the station, ganja pipe or gun. So the world
Yes,
look at Jamaica
yes,
as that kind of country,
yes,
So we keep it going, and see by us doing that over the years. If you check all over the world, you can see the legalization of marijuana now today.
yes. Now I wanna talk specifically about Spliff Tail. I love this particular tune, and I love the direction that you took with this particular tune. And looking at the, I see that the tune is really performing well in terms of the views on YouTube. Right, right now it's got about almost 1.7 million views. Did you know?
Yes,
did you expect that this song would perform very well on YouTube, or it just came as a surprise?
Well, everything about Lutan Fyah and music is a surprise because all my songs I did them on spot. There's never a time when I think about what I am going to sing about, When I hear the beat push out what I say on the beat.
Yes.
So Spliff Tail is a song that the rhythm sound bouncy. So we decide we're gonna sing about a part of our life. And in Jamaica,
yes,
we got a lot of small pieces of spliff.
In Kenya too.
and all over.
I was saying before you came onto the interview, and I said, you have to understand what a spliff tail mean. And I love the video because you wake up in the morning and you're looking for the spliff tail. And I said, every Rastaman knows the feeling. When there's nothing left and you're just walking around everywhere, like me have a little piece somewhere.
You remember little spliff, right?
Where is it? Where did we put it now?
Yes,
and so we relate to it, and we relate to that song because it's something that I think everybody goes through, and they wanna. And the spliff tail nice too. It's got an extra feeling.
Yeah, the sweetest part of the weed.
So you see that language there is worldwide, universal.
Trust me.
Yes, and another question is, you're as a bobo, right? And you've been able to strike a balance, like in the messaging of your music, between the spiritual side, of Rastafari and current issues. For example, your song "Perfect Storm," which is huge, it's 2.2 million views already, versus Twitter Friend. We've been playing Twitter Friend. And we did a little reasoning. We did a little reasoning recently on the lyrics from Twitter Friend, and
just a Twitter friend.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Tell me, still she different from
The rest.
She said a lot of pictures and dress.
Yeah.
And yes.
I really like the story on Twitter Friend, right? But that just shows how versatile you are. You will do a tune like Perfect Storm, which is very spiritual, and then you'll do a tune like Twitter Friend. How do you strike the balance between those two Lutan Fyah, the spiritual one and the one who's talking about current issues that are going on every day?
Well, I am a current issue man, and I goes on every day, So these things are just a part of a man's life,
Yeah, man.
If I would sing personal songs a lot, I would have so many stories to tell about what happened in my life every day between me and my social life, you know what I mean? But Twitter Friend, it came up by a Twitter friend, It was a Twitter friend. I'm not a regular man on Twitter,
Yeah.
But a friend reached out to me, and that friend know a lot of friends.
Okay.
And we all become friends.
Yeah, man.
Until
until what happened in the song. Now, Vibes Nation, if you haven't listened to Twitter Friend yet, we did a Roots, Rhyme and Reason, and you need to go listen to the lyrics to know that Lutan Fyah knows what Guan on Twitter. Yeah, man, Lutan, we give thanks so much for joining us. What do you probably have a message for the Vibes Nation, for Kenya, for everybody who's tuned in Africa right now? Kenya is going through, by the way, lockdown. We've been on a lockdown for the last year and something. We have curfew in Kenya from 8 p.m. We have to be home at 8 p.m. What's the time in Jamaica that everybody has to be home now?
It's same time all over the British Caribbean.
Okay.
All CARICOM, Commonwealth nations have the same timing. Whenever Britain say A, we all say okay.
We say fine, sir. We're gonna do it, sir. All right. So,
but what I would say to my people is, this time, since about the past 16 months, we spend more time together, So I think that should allow us to be more closer to each other, know about each other more, know me more, me knowing you more by not being around each other. Even though they call it social distancing, but families are home together more today.
Yeah, man.
More communicating with our families abroad also, because they want to find if any of us get that COVID something. So I think it brings us more closer.
True.
And a lot of us, it gives us something to have conversation about.
That's true. Yeah? That's true.
And there now we know who is really on top of their game with what's happening in the world, or who is just living because they have life.
Yes,
there's a lot of things happening in the world today. If we're not on par with the time, we're going left behind.
Yes, I.
And being left behind somehow can be even in your grave.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So us being locked down create a sense of togetherness, which can bring unity amongst us all. So what I would say for my African brothers in Africa and abroad, we should try our best to find some common ground to unite on. And that's it, just unity. That will be our strength in this terrible time.
All right, that's a big message. And
unity has nothing to do with this political party or that political party. It has nothing to do with this president or the one to come or before. It has something to do with all of us together as one, because we all face the same detriment and we all face the same time. If we go to school, we all go to the same school. If we go to church, we all go there. We all listen to Vibes FM.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter which party you're from, which religion you're from, we're all on the same boat.
All right, I love it. And you got some really nice new tunes that we've also been playing. Tune like Mr. Two-Face, we rated that one a big one. And also, yes.
Nobody test me if you get it right.
Hey,
And when you see me stepping at the place.
Yeah, man. Love the tune there. And we also love Stick to Your Culture, because, in our Africa, the problem that we are having, especially with the younger generation, is that they're moving away from the culture. And so for me, this tune, Stick to Your Culture, is very important in this time, especially for the African youth, because we are getting too westernized. We're going more and more away, from what our culture is. We're the few people who can still sit with the elders, the grandparents, and learn about the culture.
The first thing, when I come to Africa, I was expecting to see an African dress code. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
And when I look around, we all look like we are in Europe or
anywhere in the world.
And that's the first thing. Our style, our flash, our way out to express ourselves is being crushed, and we're trying our best to be wannabes today.
Trying our best to be wannabes. Yeah, I mean.
It's not even working. Us being wannabe not even working for us. So we end up trying to be wannabe, because what we have is with us.
Yes.
And what our eyes show us is what we're trying to get. And like African people are trying to go to Europe today, and Europeans are trying to come to Africa.
What a thing.
Europeans look at Africa as the last good place.
Yes.
The only place they can go to start everything, everything
Yes.
is Africa. Africa is the brand new place, but African young people are looking outside of Africa for whatever they think of. When Africa is on the developmental rise,
Yes.
Africa is on the unity rise,
Yes.
Africa is on the rise on every level, and somehow younger people are trying to be Justin Bieber.
That's true. Lutan, before we let you go, I want to take you back in time to 1999 when you started off getting into music, and when you recorded the first songs with Gargamel Records, Buju Banton. How was it? Give us a little bit. Give us a little picture about how the times were back then when you were getting into music.
Well, in them time, I was one of them called new Rastafari artists trying to be seen, trying to be heard, trying to make friends, trying to record a song and trying to sit around to see if somebody would say, yo,
yes,
him sound good or him look good.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we went to them time we used to stop by studios in Jamaica trying to do audition for big producer to hear our sound.
Yes.
To see if they would work with this song or this song.
Yes.
But for me, it never worked because everywhere Lutan Fyah stopped, them stop me halfway. They said, no, we're not working with you. Next. You know what I mean? And we decide about 5 of us one day we're gonna walk. Because in them time we never have cars like nowadays young artists, everybody have a car.
Yes.
In them time we used to walk around Kingston or ride around Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
Them time the Gargamel did have a new studio.
Yes.
The same place them have now. So we stopped by and think.
Yes.
And it was an audition thing too. And them invite us to come forward next Wednesday.
Yes.
So we're gonna do the audition. And the engineer liked the vibes and Gargamel liked the vibes too and things. So him tell us so we can stop by and want vibes whenever we get the space and time, And we stop by and the Gargamel place about 5-7 years.
Yes.
Doing my thing. Gargamel allow me to go into the studio and nurture myself and own the craft.
Yes.
Me, Kevin and Jermaine, we were there most of the time. Some making music, or making attempt to make music,
Yeah, man, nice. That's amazing. I mean, we are thankful that you didn't give up when you kept going over there and they said, no, stop next. We're thankful that you kept pushing and now we are blessed.
The first place we stop really in our music and break up and bed, leave my yard and go for months and for years is Bojo place,
Yeah.
When I find a niche amongst the engineers in a Bojo place and realize that Bojo allow me to be in a place, that's the only place I go.
Nice.
I'm not going nowhere else, until we get a blind outside and forward,
Yeah, man. Big up with yourself, Lutan Fyah. Honestly, we are so honored to have you on Season Circle tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that the Vibes Nation are loving every new tune. We keep playing the songs, we keep supporting, and we are super thankful for all the positive message, for all the Rasta youth out there, that you keep inspiring. We had a lot of people coming on the social saying, we cannot wait to listen to Lutan Fyah tonight. So know that, there's a lot of love from Kenya and, from Africa for you, and we really appreciate your works.
I'm in love with Africa, right? Africa is my backbone. When I was in Kenya, I never want to leave.
Yeah, man. And we've got some questions coming in from the Vibes Nation on the socials.
Yes, let me just take 2 questions right here. So there's a Vibes Nation asking, kindly ask Lutan Fyah whether he's a Naya Bingi or a Bobo Shanti.
Well, I is a registered Bobo Shanti.
All right.
We wear a turban, he's a Sabbath keeper.
Yes.
Me are the 3-in-1 man, Emmanuel Marcus Garvey Selassie, but Bobo Shanti is also Naya Bingi, Naya Bingi is the foundation, you know what I mean? So the confusion is there, but among Rastafari root base, there's no confusion because we all chant Naya Bingi, 12 tribe of Israel, Naya Bingi, every house of Rastafari It's a Naya Bingi house, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, our second question is from UT Lion Day, and he's saying he loves the tune Tangled Up, and is asking you, I would like to ask you if you are the one who writes your own songs.
Yes, sir. 99.999% of my songs. All right.
And
but as an artist,
yes,
I do artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And artwork is duplicacy.
Yes.
So if there was no music,
Mm-hmm.
if I wouldn't do music. So in other words, I learned from musicians and artists.
Yes, Okay, last question is from Waniki in Jueki area. Is asking, kindly ask Lutan Fyah, who inspired him to become a reggae musician and what keeps him going?
Well, my inspiration come from the music itself. Being a Jamaican, born and grew up in a dancehall round and about sound system and artists. And as I said before, I'm from a cultural background, Rastafari. And Rastafari is the voice of the voiceless. And I consider myself a man with a voice. So I use this voice musically. Yes, I.
All right, blessed love, Lutan Fyah. Thank you so much for joining us. We are super honored to have you. And of course, anytime there's a new tune, make we know. We're always there. We're doing the research. We're always playing the new tunes. A lot of love. And of course, a lot of respect for all the work that you've put in during this difficult COVID time. We're always telling the youth them, use this time in a positive way. Do not waste it.
Sir.
You can use all this lockdown, all this social distance to your advantage, to grow your craft, to make yourself a better person, to connect, like you said, with your family, with your friends, people who you never had time because everybody is living in a system and you never had time to sit down and talk and reason and anything. So thank you so much for all your positive works. We really appreciate you a lot.
Respect.
All right, blessed love. And up next, we're going to be playing your tune, Perfect Storm. Here we go. Oh, yes.
It's like the power of the energy, the power of the frequency. Just the flow of life and change exists that day. While I resist to conform, still I see in a perfect storm. Perfect storm. Perfect storm. Perfect storm. Still I see in a perfect storm. Lord, just another grace to awaken us. We have to let go. It's a must. I can't believe in God. We need a change, and it is up to us. Big up the labor, hallelujah, King Selassie, it is off the fit. Some pretend to pay attention, slide and slip, but I would advise the best possibility in a perfect storm. I having a perfect storm, yeah. Hey, perfect storm. Vibes Radio bring a perfect storm. Of respect.
Blessed love and respect, Lutan Fyah. We love you out of Kenya, and we hope to have you again one more time. Lot of love to you. Thank you so much for the honors, yes?
Of respect.
Respect.
Thanks for having Lutan Fyah,
Blessed
Jolly.
love. Respect. Rastafari.
Vibes Radio, the home of reggae.